I understand that what is out there now, though, in terms of our cameras on you, Suzanne. So with regard to the testing, it begins at about 16 months. This is going to help push it back to about 12 months of age to get legitimate, good testing.
Yes.
How is that 4 months going to make a difference?
It has been proven the early intervention is your best effective weapon against autism. It has been proven that 50% of the children that get this early intervention, the earlier the better, are mainstreamed into public school.
And Bob, with regard to the symptoms, what are things people ought to look out for in their own children as they see them progressing, the things that say to you something is wrong?
Well, it's communication. It's the inability to speak, or if you lose speech, the inability to communicate, to focus. Children tend to drift off. They become self-absorbed in other activities. It's very noticeable. When our grandson was not diagnosed early enough, and even though he was seeing a good pediatric group, they just kept pushing him off and saying, well, this is just one of those things that happens to boys. Well, that one of those things is now it's a major, his life has changed dramatically as a result of this.
And Suzanne, is there a difference in terms of the numbers of little boys that are affected by autism versus little girls? So it does predominantly strike boys more?
Oh yes, this is 4 to 1. This is 1 in 104 boys.
1 in 104 boys.
1 in 104 boys are affected by autism. We had a beautifully developing little boy. He lost his speech, he lost his potty training, and he was diagnosed with autism, I would say 7 months too late.
But did you, as a grandmother, when you went over that precious grandson of yours, could you tell there was something wrong? Was he not doing the babbling, the speak?
No, he spoke. He had a fabulous vocabulary. I mean, he would run into my arms and say, Mama, I love you. We would go down. He would name all the trucks. We'd go to the fire department, police department. I mean, he was extremely verbal. And in a period of 2 months, kept losing his vocabulary. And the excuse was because a baby had just been born and they had moved, and that he was a boy. Well, in the day of the autism epidemic, that's not allowed.
And Bob, with regard to Autism Speaks, which you and Suzanne launched about 2 hours ago, how pleased are you with its progress? 2 years ago. It's been a really packed 2 hours, huh? But 2 years ago. How pleased are you with the progress, Bob?
Well, I mean, this is not something we wanted to do. We were drafted into this event. It's been a great when you go and explain to people that this is the most significant childhood developmental disorder in the nation, that it's more prevalent than most all of the diseases that we know that children can get combined. People stand up and they listen and they say, I can't believe it, I didn't understand that. And then when they find out exactly what it does and how it works, they want to do something. So that's what we've mobilized. We started out, though, with the enormous support of Bernie Marcus, the co-founder of Home Depot, who'd been working in this area for 10 years. And he came to me and he said, if you're going to do something, I'm going to help you. I'm going to tell you about all my experiences, and we're going to have to really create some awareness. And that's what we've done, and that's why we've been, able to do as much as we've been able to do.
Well, some 2 hours ago, the House is in agreement with you and your efforts. $945 million passed over 5 years. Senate takes it up tomorrow. Let's hope that you all get an early holiday gift with the president signing this legislation.
That would be wonderful.
That would be so great. Autism is speaking, and finally the world is listening, Alex.
And we would applaud all of those efforts by the president as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bob and Suzanne Wright, tremendous ambassadors.